Hey everyone, it's Mari. Thanks for stopping by today. I wanted to share with you the new album that I got from the Heidi Swapp Storyline collection. And this is the Tell Your Story album that I got. It's one of the smaller albums, and I absolutely love this format. And I'll tell you why. First of all, the album itself is absolutely gorgeous, and I really love that it has the rings in it. And there's this really cute little pocket in the front you can see there for storing different items that you might want to use or memorabilia in your album. And then this opening page. And then the page protectors that come with the album have these inserts in them where you can record kind of like the who, what, where at the bottom, and then the date and so on the side of the insert. So you can actually create your layouts directly onto these sheets. Now, if you wanted to, you could put your own sheet of paper in there. You wouldn't have to use these inserts. But I really love the simplicity of documenting with this format. I think it's really cool, and I think it's a great alternative. Now, one of the things that I find in my craft room and in my memory keeping is I like to have a bunch of different ways, bunch of different methods of memory keeping. So now I'm just showing you here some of the Pineapple Crush papers from Heidi Swapp's Pineapple Crush collection. And I'm just going to talk while I'm flipping through these papers while you look at these. I have Project Life albums and products in my scrap room. I've got traveler's notebooks. I have a 9 by 12 album. I have mini books. I've got 8.5 by 11 album. And then of course, what I do majority of my memory keeping in is a 12 by 12 album. But I really do love having lots of options. And the one thing that I really love about this Storyline collection is how quickly a layout can come together. And so I know that we're all busy. It doesn't matter if you are a full-time worker, part-time worker, full-time stay-at-home mom, retired person. It doesn't really matter what your lifestyle is or what you're up to with this stage of your life. We're all really busy. And so what I really want is a lot of different ways to allow me to memory keep, whether it's I've got a whole day on a Saturday to scrapbook, and that means that I can spend time doing a bunch of 12 by 12 layouts, or I could spend the whole day doing a complete week of Project Life, whatever the case might be. It's really nice to have a format that fits into the timeline that you have. And I'm going to show you here that this Storyline is really super easy and layouts come together really very, very quickly. So I really love this Pineapple Crush collection. I don't have any of the other collection pieces besides the paper. And I do have quite a bit of Heidi Swapp products in my stash. And so I wanted to try to do a little bit of stash busting with this layout today, and just went through my stash and pulled out a whole bunch of Heidi's different products. And I love her stuff. Her designs, her collections are all gorgeous and so much fun to use. And you can see here that I have quite a bit of stuff that work nicely with the Pineapple Crush collection as well. Now, I don't end up using a bunch of the collection in this little layout that I'm going to do, simply because, you know, those 12 by 12 papers, I mostly bought them with 12 by 12 layouts in mind. But definitely you can use them for the Storyline smaller format as well. Some of these bits and pieces are not Heidi Swapp. They're just pieces that I thought might work with my layout today. So now I'm just going to kind of separate out some of the things that I know I'm going to use and kind of set them off to the side. Now, I also had a bunch of Project Life bits and pieces from other Heidi Swapp Project Life kits, and I knew that there was going to be some things here that worked really nicely with the layout that I'm going to be working on today. So I just went ahead and got these all out, set them out, and I am going to use a few of these little bits and pieces today as well. So I'm going to be doing a layout here using 3 photographs from a bridal shower that was held for Bailey in Bailey's honor. And I am going to be scrapping 3 photos in black and white. I'm going to be scrapping one larger photo that is 4 by 3, and then 2 smaller photos. And I can't remember the dimensions, but they're definitely smaller than 4 by 3. So you can see all these little fun chipboard pieces that I have. Some of you might even have some of these still kicking around in your stash. I bought these at Michael's probably a couple years ago now, and I have stored them in a little zip bag with all of my Project Life stuff. And I just grabbed these out and thought I wanted to try to use some of these up today. I really love using the different pieces that have Heidi's handwriting on them. If I'm going to be using different pieces with handwriting, it's just nice because her handwriting is gorgeous in her collections, and it's definitely something that you know is from her lines when you see it, because she has a very specific type of handwriting, and I love it. So I really wanted to use at least one of her handwritten pieces here. So there's that larger photo. And then what I did was I just took this tag die set from My Favorite Things, and I cut out a stitched tag out of that one Project Life card. I'm going to just take and punch a hole in that, and then I'm going to take the We Are Memory Keepers grommet, or that little circle punch there that creates the little grommet for your or the reinforcement, I guess, for the tag. So I'm going to just cut that reinforcement out of some gold glitter, and then that will be the little circle for my tag. So I'm just kind of looking at this and wondering exactly how I'm going to create this layout. You know, you don't have a lot of space to work with on these pages. That can be a plus, and well, if you're not really sure what you're doing, I guess maybe a minus. But for me, at this point when I was working on this, I just thought, I don't have a lot of time today to scrapbook. I really want to do something, but I did not have enough time to get into a really big project. So this came together so quickly. I had these 3 photos I knew I wanted to use, and then of course the different bits and pieces that I pulled from my stash. So I like that one photo that's smaller at the top, and then the larger dominant photo on the bottom, and then the other smaller photo just to the right of that. I thought that was a really nice balance. And then that leaves that empty white space there above for the journaling. Now, I really like this text paper, and I bought a couple of sheets of this because I simply absolutely adore both sides of the paper, and I knew that I'd want to use both sides. I am absolutely a sucker for text paper for sure. And I really love this because it kind of has a little bit of distress look to it. And I also really like distressing in the pattern papers. So this was perfect. So I just put my photograph onto the paper and stuck it down there. And now you can see that I'm just taking my Tim Holtz trimmer and I'm trimming that up. By the way, this is my new favorite trimmer in my stash as well, or in my supplies. I love that tonic trimmer. It is really awesome. Now I'm going to kind of go with a little bit of a heart theme here with this layout as well. So you can see I'm going to use a couple of chipboard hearts, and I'm going to use that chipboard love word for the bottom area there. I am going to fill in the who, what, when, I think is, or who, what, where, something like that, whatever those little prompts are on the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and fill those in, and the date as well. And then I'm going to just add a little bit of journaling. I use my T-square to draw some lines onto that area where I'm going to put the journaling. And then I just add that in, and I erase the pencil marks afterwards just because I like the look of it being kind of nice and clean. And I'm going to use a few of these little puffy stickers on here as well in a couple of places. And honestly, that is it. That's how quickly the layout came together. And it's not like I cut out a bunch of parts of this process. I did not. And it is not like I really sped it up either. So it took me about 3 minutes to do that journaling. I want to say that this whole layout came together from printing the photographs, going through my Heidi Swapp stuff and picking out some things I wanted to use, to finishing the layout. It was probably 45 minutes tops, something like that. It was super quick. So I really love this Storyline collection. This is not a sponsored video by any stretch. I wish, but it's not. And so this is my honest opinion. I wouldn't put an opinion on my channel if I wasn't honest anyways. I really love this Storyline collection. It's a winner. I bought this album at Michael's when it was when I had a coupon. I think I got it either 50 or 55% off. So I can't remember exactly what the price point was on it, but it was less than $30. I want to say maybe I paid $20 or $22, something like that, with my coupon. So that is really reasonable when you think about the quality of the album, the number of page protectors that you get in there, and so on. It's a really great value. So highly recommend this. If you think that this is a format that would work for you, it's definitely a winner in my books, and I will be working through this album and filling this album up for sure in the future. Thanks so much, guys, for stopping by today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you're having an amazing week, and I will see you again. Bye-bye.